What's going on, you guys? Fatkid Productions here, and for today's vlog, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys another story. This story is about the time I had to take a field sobriety test. Let's get right into it. Here's how it all started. Me and my stepbrother, you see, it was my 15th birthday, so we wanted to do something fun. We had the PlayStation set up in my dad's house. You see, at the time, my dad lived in an apartment, and so it was me and him. And we were just sitting there. I was like, hey, dude, we should go up to the local grocery store in town and get some cake and ice cream and all that. And I'm just like, wow, let's do that. And then we hit games. Then we were going to hit GameStop afterwards. And so we started making our way to the store when my stepbrother's friend meets up with us. And so we're just like, hey, what's up, dude? And he's like, hey, can I walk with you guys? And we're like, yeah, why not? So we go into the grocery store, we get all the stuff we need for the cake, the ice cream, and then we try to go all the way across town really fast. And we're walking, okay? We're walking at this point. We try to make it halfway across town to the nearest GameStop. And so we're going. We like walked for about maybe 2 hours to be exact. We finally make it to GameStop. You see, in November, which is when my birthday is, it's pretty cold out by then up in Michigan. So it was a kind of an upper for us, so the ice cream wouldn't melt. Anyway, so we go into GameStop, and my stepbrother's friend is with us. And I go up and ask if they have WWE 2K15 in, because that was the WWE game that just came out, 2K15. And the GameStop employee just gives us this look. And this guy is just not in a good mood. He's like, yeah, it's over there. And we're just like, okay. So we walk over here to the GameStop shelf. And I get my game, purchase it, and get out. So we're on our way back to my dad's house. And you see, when it comes to these apartments that he lived in at the time, here was the driveway, and here were the apartments. So we're walking up this little driveway. And next thing you know, boop, boop, a cop pulls up. 2 cops get out. They walk up to the 3 of us, and they're like, I'm going to need you to put the bags down right there in the curb. And we're just like, the hell? What did we do? And so we put the bags down, and looks at me, actually. He looks at me, actually, from what I remember. He says, hey, Brendan, we got a call about you. And I'm just like, hold on a second. For starters, how do you know my name? And for 2, what? Why would somebody call about me? We didn't do anything wrong. And so, coincidentally, I find out at this point that my stepbrother's friend, his name is just so happens to be Brendan. Yeah, I know, that's stupid. And so I was like, I think you got the wrong Brendan here. And then he's like, and the cop's like, oh, my bad. Walks over to the other Brendan, he's talking to him for a second. I wouldn't really understand what was going on because there were lights in my face, and I was kind of annoyed that we got stopped because, dude, we couldn't just let the bag sit there. We had a cake in there. And we had video games in there, too. And so, finally, the cop steps back, and he says, so here's the deal, boys. We're going to have you take a field sobriety test. And, well, I'm just like, what? I'm sitting there thinking for a second, because I'm like, I have not had a friggin' sip of alcohol ever in my life. And he's like, I'm not saying you did. I'm not saying you did. And I'm just like, okay. And so then the other cop comes up. He pokes my stomach with his flashlight. And he says, all right, butter boy, you're first. I'm like, oh, gee, that's very polite. All right, so here I go. I'm taking the field sobriety test. Ooh, I make it. I passed. Good for me. My stepbrother goes on, passes it. Next thing you know, little old Brendan number 2 over here, gets on the line. He's walking, and then his ass just flops over. And I'm just like, oh my god. And so, then next thing you know, they pick him up, they have us sit on the curb, and they handcuff the other Brendan, put him in the back of the car. And so they come up to us, and they tell us this. They say, alright, well, we're kind of debating right now whether to take you guys in with us. And I'm just like, dude, I want to go home and play 2K15, let me go home. And there's like, sorry, can't let you do that yet. And so they go over to the other side of the car where they put the other Brendan in. There's talking it up, peeking over at us to make sure we haven't moved, talking it up. And we're sitting here, and I look over at my stepbrother, and I'm like, if you get me arrested tonight, it's your fault for letting him come with us. And he's like, no way, man, don't try to pin this on me. Because, you see, my dad's kind of like, he's one of those parents where if my kid ever gets in trouble with the law, I'll whoop his ass. Yeah, he's one of those dads. And, yeah. Anyway, so 15-year-old me is basically sitting there. It's like pretty much poop city in my pants at this point. Because I'm probably about to get arrested for not being drunk. Anyway, so they come back around and they have this look on their face like, yep, book 'em. I'm sitting there. Literally, Poop City has become Poop Country. Anyway, but, okay, let me get something clear to you. I did not really crap my pants here, okay? Anyway, so they come over, and there's like, alright, you guys can go, we're taking him in. And Nora's like, oh. Anyway, so we end up getting back to my dad's house, and my stepmom is waiting in the kitchen. And I'm just like, Devin, you're in trouble. And he's like, and my stepmom's just like, don't go in that room, Brendan. And I'm like, oh, God. Anyway, so we're standing out there. Next thing you know, my stepmom is giving me and my stepbrother this huge lecture of why we shouldn't drink underage. I'm like, we didn't drink! Because I guess she saw the whole thing unfold from the window. And so, and she looks at me, she's like, Brendan, you're lucky your dad's asleep. And I'm like, I know. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and end this vlog here today. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. If not, then, oh well, sorry. Come and subscribe. Peace.